Hey, hey everybody! Welcome to Wednesday Night Standard here at Crimson Castle Games. I'm going to be your host for the moment, Brian Guess. I'll be joined shortly here by Mr. Dustin Thompson, the infamous DT. Tonight, we're going to start you guys off with the first round of our standard action. We're going to have Mr. Brian Rich playing a bug control deck, playing against Mr. Caleb Krotz, and I do not have a deck list for Mr. Krotz, so I can't tell you what he's going to be on just yet. Hope to have that information for you shortly. Real quickly, it looks like Caleb is on Esper Control. Nope, I'm sorry, that is incorrect. Real quick, before we get going here, I want to remind everybody, we are having our first PTQ here in town this Saturday. It's going to be down at the Bobby Miller Center. It is a sealed PTQ with Born of the Gods and Theros. Tonight is the last night you will be able to pre-register for the event. It'll be $40 on site, $35 if you pre-reg on our website. That's www.crimsoncastlegames.com. You can check out the Facebook page to find the easy link to it there. It's going to be facebook.com/Crimson Castle Tuscaloosa. Alright, and looks like we're about to jump to the action here that these guys have already gotten started. So yeah, here we go. So it looks like Caleb's on Esper Control and Brian's on Bug Control. So this should be a thrilling match for the ages if anyone loves control mirrors. I'm personally not a fan. But hopefully we'll have some good Magic here tonight. Both of these guys are pretty competent Magic players. Alright, looks like they're both going to mull to 6. Brian is on the play. He'll be trying to cast Kiora before Caleb can cast Elspeth. We'll see how that works out for him. Alright, and Brian led off with what looks like a Watery Grave and has passed the turn. Caleb's going to pay 2 for that Godless Shrine and Thoughtseize. He's going to pay all the life on this opening turn here. I believe he's actually at 16 there. The monkey in the truck. There we go. Good job. Let's see. There looks like we have I believe that's a Divination. Progenitor's Sphinx. Thoughtseize and a Hero's Downfall. And it looks like he's taking the Thoughtseize there. So Caleb wants to protect his hand. And an Overgrown Tomb and a pass from Brian. Caleb going to scry off his Temple of Enlightenment here. Thinking about it a little bit. Looks like he's going to leave that up there and pass the turn back. Again, such thrilling action out of these two control decks here in the early game. Oh, we got some action out of Brian here. Played a Swamp. Oh, it's just a Divination. So we're just going to draw some cards here. Alright, Caleb draws for the turn. That island is what he wanted to keep. It looks like he has one more land in his hand, so that would be why he wanted to keep that island up there. These control decks, they do love their mana. Couldn't tell what Brian drew for this turn. It does appear that he has a Overgrown Tomb in his hand, and he's going to shock for that. And there comes a Reaper of the Wilds. That guy's pretty good. Let's see if Caleb has an answer for that. He does, and here comes the Dissolve. No Reaper for you. taking a while on that scry also and decides to leave it up there. Maybe it's another land. It appears it was a hallowed fountain, so Caleb scrying to keep lands up and passes the turn. Brian draws a far and away. Not sure how good that's going to be in this matchup. Playing a Temple of Mystery and is wavering on his decision to scry. And we're going to keep it on top because he doesn't want it to be a mystery card. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the tenacious one, DT, has finally arrived and has joined me here in the commentary booth.
Joining us in the studio all the way from Caltech.
The one and only Dustin Thompson. Dustin, so we've got a control mirror here. Well,
Heyo.
it's not really a controlled mirror. One's Esper, one's Bug. But as you can guess, you haven't really missed much.
Haha. This looks just like the round one from last week.
I saw, we've seen Brian draw 2 cards off of Divination. And we've seen Caleb counter Brian's Reaper of the Wilds.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, that's about it.
I like Reaper of the Wilds. I'm really intrigued by Brian's deck.
It looks really interesting. He's playing Prognostic Sphinx, which is not really a card that's seen a ton of standard play. But has a really powerful trigger on him. When you attack with that guy, you get to scry 3. That's pretty good.
Caleb is intimidated.
Caleb did not want him to be able to scry 3. He did not want Brian to see that many cards.
No. Tapping mana for Jace the Mind Sculptor.
Not quite the Mind Sculptor.
Oh yeah.
Still really good.
He's not sculpting.
He's
architecting.
Yes, he's architecting. Architecting your thoughts.
Yeah.
So he's almost sculpting your mind.
Not quite.
He's got to get out of architect school first.
Oh, monkeys in the truck. They would like us to inform you that he's designing better plays with his degree of architecture of thought.
So, would that actually be like an architect degree, or would that be more like a psychology degree?
It's
a hybrid of the two.
Some sort of new magical degree.
Well, this Jace is stuck around for a little bit now.
Caleb fears not the Jace.
Apparently not. And another
Pragnasty.
Yeah, another Sphinx from Brian here.
Tick up.
Caleb says I want some cards.
Caleb's haste creatures are not going to do anything next turn. Or at least they're
that
going to hit for less.
Absolutely correct, yes. If Caleb were to manage to play a creature with haste.
His Rakdos Cackler. That doesn't have haste.
No,
Rakdos,
Shred Freak.
Shred Freak.
Shred Freak is the one with haste. Caleb's scrying with his Temple of Enlightenment here, hoping to become enlightened. It's probably not going to happen.
Nope.
No, we love Caleb, but we don't kid about that kind of stuff.
No. So either Jace or Pragnasty is going to detention.
Which one would you take here?
Hey, with Jace.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah. Jace actually drawing you multiple cards is pretty good. Like in this matchup, I would say card advantage is really important, as in most control matchups. And Jace just gets you there. Also, the Sphinx can get hexproof, so like if he tried to target the Sphinx, if Brian had an extra land land or something in his hand, he could just dump a card to give his guy hexproof.
That makes sense. I actually just did not even know that.
Yeah, that's the second ability on that guy. Oh, there's Kiora.
Kiora.
There she is. She's going to try to crash on some waves.
Oh, please stick around. Because you know what happens when she hits 5.
I believe he just targeted Detention Sphere with the +1.
Detention Sphere will not be hitting for damage.
Correct. We will be preventing all damage that Detention Sphere will be doing. See what Caleb has to answer this Kiora with.
Kiora's my favorite planeswalker that I've never
has
played with.
He has a Thoughtseize here. Yeah, I really want to build a deck and play some Kiora. Like, I want to get in on some of that action.
So I can release the Krakens!
I want to make some Krakens, yeah. I want to make some Krakens. Like, I was kind of upset when I built my new... commander deck. It's mono blue. That's I got to see is the general. I can't play Kiora in it.
Oh.
Yeah, I can't crash waves in my mono blue deck.
So the Pragnasty did some damage to Caleb last turn, so I'm not sure what Brian saw, but he did, I suppose, scry 3. And Thoughtseize also was cast on Caleb's side. What did he end up taking with that?
Looks like he took the far and away there, which, unless it's protecting... I'm being told he took Hero's Downfall.
Oh, Hero's Downfall, okay. Makes sense.
That makes more sense than the far and away that's on the top of the graveyard. Oh, Ashiok.
Ashiok.
This is just like almost a Super Friends deck.
Almost just like last week. He hasn't formed the Unholy Trinity yet. Missing one more Jace. So Sphinx is revved. It did resolve. He drew a dissolve and another rev and something else.
Oh, that's what he exiled with Ashiok.
Oh.
Dissolve, Sphinx's Rev, and
Got ya.
a mystery card, apparently. That's what the monkeys in the truck are trying to communicate with us, with their primitive means of communication.
They're so wise. Like miniature Buddhas.
Furry Buddhas.
Yep, that too. Uh-oh. Planeswalker battle here.
What are these guys doing? Oh, we're getting tokens.
We got Elspeth. Oh my god, it's Elspeth. Caleb's so excited he can't keep the tokens off the floor.
Maybe that's why Caleb was so worried about Jace earlier. It's because he knew he was going to be playing Elspeth within a turn or two, and he didn't want his guys to be getting shrunk down.
That's one reason to be worried.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, if they don't get a hold of Kiora soon, it's not going to matter.
If Elspeth is your way to win, then keeping Jace off the table is a good way to help get there.
Am I wrong? I don't know if Brian is. Does Kiora start at 2?
Yes, she
Okay,
does.
so she's ticked up twice. All right. No, okay. Yeah, I was thinking there was a third one. Another Thoughtseize to another Hero's Downfall?
Yep.
No, this time on Brian's side.
Brian cast the Thoughtseize this time, yeah. Brian's protecting those Planeswalkers.
The Planeswalkers are going to get there because Caleb has to make a choice now whether he's going to... he's got to go after Kiora. Which means Ashiok
Is left to play.
Keep ticking up.
But I haven't seen Caleb's main deck list. We have a sideboard But as most of the Esper control decks, like they only play one to three creatures. I'm being told he has one Blood Baron, one Aetheling in the main deck. So Brian has 2 creatures that he could exile with Ashiok.
He got this list from a monkey?
He got it from a monkey, apparently. Yeah.
Interesting to see. I wonder, does Caleb have Fated Retribution? Is it Fated Retribution? What's the big wrath?
I believe that is it. But
Not at all.
not at all.
So he doesn't have a mass Planeswalker removal here.
Well, assuming no Merciless Evictions either. Yeah, we're being told no there either. So, yeah, so Hero's Downfall and creatures are Caleb's outs to these Planeswalkers.
He is keeping Kiora off an ultimate.
Yeah, which is very important.
God, that Prognostic Sphinx. Now, does the Sphinx trigger if he hits Elspeth?
It triggers when he attacks.
When it attacks,
Yes,
okay.
it doesn't even
Okay.
have to deal damage.
Okay, that's amazing.
Yeah, that card's really good.
Amazing that it doesn't get played more.
It's an insane card advantage card. And it's a 3/5 flyer.
Caleb with all the revelations. No, sorry, cracked an elixir.
Yeah, this is where he's cracking his elixir. He wanted to get some cards back in his deck.
Got a chance
and
to
gain
see
a few
some
life.
revelations.
Yeah. Also, those Heroes Downfalls.
Yep.
Alright. I'm assuming all this is going to Kiora. And yep, it looks like it is.
That Elspeth was very timely. Almost, you would say, it's some timely reinforcements.
Arnk. Arnk.
And her tag team partner has arrived. It's a little late to the party. Here's your downfall.
And your other 2 cards. And I will take the downfall, please.
Goodbye, Ashiok.
Yep. Can't really see that going anywhere else. Yeah, he's just going to, during his upkeep,
Yep.
fire off that Ashiok.
Last Breath, Dissolve, and Downfall in Caleb's hand left.
Let's see. Looks like Brian has a grip full of lands. This doesn't look very good for the bug control player here.
Yeah, he started out hot there, but
Caleb's drawn the right string of cards to answer the.
well, not being able to effectively kill Elspeth
Yeah, that was huge.
once she's generated this many tokens, like
Yeah, Kiora.
and I'm assuming Brian has no real means of sweeping the board or doing anything. I'm guessing he has.
So he saw the writing on the wall for Kiora here and went ahead and used her Explore ability to just go ahead and kill her to get a card out of her.
Right.
Rather than just soak up what would probably be one meaningless point of damage next turn.
Yep.
Here we go with the Sphinx again, it looks like. Scry again. Thinking about it. Oh,
Probably
we're
goes
just going to kill
Jace.
Jace. That's
Yep.
what he was doing. And we're looking at some cards. He's keeping them all. Wow, that must be three pretty good cards. Looks like
There was a Kiora.
Kiora in there. I think I saw a Dissolve and a land, it looks like. And back to Caleb.
I wonder if Brian's playing any Urban Evolution. That seems like just seems like in these control lists, if you
Seems-
don't have some kind of Sphinx's Rev, Opportunity, something like.
Yeah, it seems like that would be a pretty solid card to play probably about 2 of in his deck.
Because you get to these points like this to where, you know, you've got a lot of lands, but you don't have any. You run out of action pretty easily. And this Elspeth may not even have to ultimate in order to kill if it just keeps flooding out this many tokens.
Yeah, we've got 4, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Yeah.
11 Elspeth soldiers in play currently.
Yeah.
That's a lot. Like Brian is currently dead on board.
Yeah, I don't even know if he's counted that up.
Well, no, he played Jace and ticked him up, so Brian is not dead on board.
Ah, okay. I did miss that.
Yeah, Jace snuck in on me too. Caleb's gonna run out Jace of his own here. Looks like it's a Jace and 2 lands. I would probably just give 2 lands in one pile and Jace in the other.
Yeah.
Because he's probably
Because
going
you're
to want
going to
Jace
take
here.
Jace regardless.
Yeah, because you just keep eating away at your Jace, getting cards out of him. Eventually, you got to replace him. And this is where Elspeth really gets valuable. Did he not make more tokens that time? He didn't. He didn't activate Elspeth.
I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
he didn't make tokens that turn.
I hear him quoting that I'm bad at Magic, so I'm guessing that means he missed
that
it.
is going to cost him dearly.
Yep, there's definitely here's where that shines about missing the Planeswalker uniqueness rule.
Oh, yes, the fact that they both have
Jason play.
And Caleb wants Detention Sphere.
Which I can honestly say I've had I like it.
Yeah, it took some getting used to, and I thought it was just going to make some terrible matches even more terrible, but so far, it's been a good change.
Well, and when you thought about, I'm sure when the cards were designed and being thought about, the unwritten flavor text or the unwritten text on them was not supposed to be destroy target planeswalker on them. So,
like,
that's the same with legendary creatures.
Of course,
say destroy target legendary
yeah,
creature.
of course, Baby Jace Beleren was printed before Jace the Mind Sculptor, but he started getting played in Legacy just because he was a 3-mana answer to Jace the Mind Sculptor.
Yep. Hero's Downfall.
Yeah. That you didn't have to splash extra colors for you,
right?
Because you were already in blue.
Mm-hmm.
You would play your Jace Beleren to kill their Jace the Mind Sculptor, so the next turn you could play your Jace the Mind Sculptor.
Or preemptively, just to keep them from...
Exactly, that too.
Mm-hmm. Good to see that 2 people are watching us here. If you're just joining us, we have an enthralling control matchup going on here.
Yeah, we're still in. We just finished up game 1 here. We probably still have somewhere around 25 minutes left in the round, I'm going to guess. 26 minutes left in the round. I'm really good at that guessing game. So we're going to get these guys shuffled up and get ready for our next game.
Just have Brian's sideboard.
Because the first monkey stole the rest of the sideboard list, so we don't have Caleb's anymore.
2 Pating Needles.
Pating, I bet that guy comes in.
Yeah.
It's good against
That
Planeswalkers, I
comes
hear.
in. I wonder if he'll be tempted to bring... I don't really like Bile Blight, just to hit tokens, but I wonder if he's going to be tempted. That seems like a trap.
It does.
He did just die from a multitude of soldier tokens.
He absolutely did.
But I think you just kind of, I mean, I don't know.
Mistcutter's really good here too.
Yep.
And that's 3 of them on Brian's board here, so I think all 3 of those come in, like, because that just beats up on Caleb really fast.
And 2 negates definitely coming in. So I mean, I think really the main things I would bring in the miscutters, negates, pithing needles. I don't really see maybe a one of Bob Light. I don't know. It just depends on what's going on.
Yeah. And now we're looking at Caleb's list sideboard here. We're seeing a Thoughtseize, a Duress.
To revoke existence.
Revoke existence. I don't know if that's really where we want to be with this.
Yeah.
We got Dark Betrayal, which I don't think comes in here either because Brian has very few black creatures.
Memory Adept.
Jace Memory Adept, strong possibility. I would think in a control mirror.
That one will come in
because Memory Adept is really good at control mirrors. Blood Baron, I don't know. Kind of be on the fence with that.
I think that's another kind of trap card. Maybe seems good on paper just because the black removal and everything, but I don't. I mean, Brian has Far and Away. I mean, he has.
It's true.
I don't think.
And then Caleb also has negates.
Negates, Dispel, Needle. I think your Thoughtseize comes in here. Duress comes in. Jace Memory Adept, 2 negate, Dispel, and a Pithing Needle.
Yeah. You want all these counter spells for these planeswalkers because that's how Brian's going to try to set up control of the game.
Right.
So in case you guys missed the announcement earlier, we are going to be streaming our PTQ that we're going to be having Saturday. Unfortunately, I will not be part of your stream team because I have the task of being the head judge for that event.
Boo.
Hey. It's okay, though. You're going to have the tenacious one, Mr. DT, here. And you're also going to have Mr. Quad Nine's Drew Bentley in the booth. And I believe you guys are going to have Dustin Gilliland coming in and out with you guys, giving you guys some breaks.
Indeed.
Should be fun.
Rolling with the Bentley. Old Tenacious here.
You two are
Getting spelled every once in a while, but old DDG, old Diamond Dustin Gilliland.
You and Drew are quite entertaining to watch on the stream, I will say.
Drew's a master.
I went back and watched you two guys, was it last week?
Yep.
When I played. I went back and watched the stream from last week when I played. Because I wanted to see how bad I punted any games. And while I was watching to see how bad I punted a few games, I was thoroughly entertained by the way to put this.
Chemistry.
Yeah, there you go. The chemistry. I was going to go with comedic stylings, but that's not really the way we want to go with it.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, there are moments of hilarity. But, yeah, you guys do really well together on this stream thing. And
We are here to entertain.
Alright.
Gearing up for round 2. Brian's hand looks pretty saucy. I think he's got a couple lands. I don't know color-wise, but if he has correct colors, I do see a Sylvan Caryatid, a Negate, and a Kiora.
We need this monkey in the truck to fix these life totals back for us and update the game count here. There we go, monkey. Good job.
Caleb leads off with Thoughtseize.
Again.
I'm pretty sure he takes Kiora here. Monkey was eating a banana.
Those monkeys. Who let the monkey have a banana?
I don't know. He's not supposed to get one until it's over with.
We're not supposed to feed the monkeys until the show's over.
Exactly.
Because things like this happen. We're being told our producer gave him the banana. And Kiora, Caleb says, with his Thoughtseize.
Left with 2 negates.
Swamp and Island.
Swamp and an Island.
Looked like he drew a prognostic. No, Sylvan Caryatid. Looks like he drew a Caryatid for the turn. Caleb plays a Shockland, passes back. Looks like Brian is stuck on green mana here.
He's missing the green. 2 Caryatids. But then again, not having anything to cast doesn't matter. And Caleb loves it because he just knows that he can sit back. He's not being threatened at all.
Exactly.
Play lands.
There's no pressure from the other side of the board. Now we have green mana. Caleb runs out an elixir here.
Elixir misses a land drop.
Yep,
notably.
that's pretty important, I would say. Brian plays another Caryatid. Drew Hero's Downfall for the turn, it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Caleb hits a Scryland here, Temple of Enlightenment. I see a Sphinx's Rev and a lot of other cards that I can't really make out. There's an Attention Sphere in the back. Looks like there's an Aetherling.
Ashiok.
And there's lands that Caleb would have liked to have had.
Ashiok and a couple of sexy Dryads hanging out on the bug side. Guessing a Detention Sphere is going to try to clean up this Ashiok, but it's going to meet a negate.
It's gonna, yep, Negate's gonna say hi. Oh no, he's just gonna play Jace.
Which I would assume would also
Oh wait, oh
be a negative Ghost Rider.
yeah, that's. So we need to get that deck shuffled.
What happened?
We need to get Caleb's deck shuffled because Caleb hastily went to activate Jace and started to flip over the top card of his deck. So, but Brian had a response for it. So.
Got excited.
Yeah, and
Wanted to
rightfully so.
architect some vaults.
In this control mirror, I mean, Jace is very important.
This could inadvertently work out good for Caleb, as he was missing land drops. Patrick Ewell explaining the ins and outs of counterspells.
The presence of counterspells in this format to Caleb. Oh, there goes Jace. And a land.
And a D-Sphere. Looking really good for Brian right now because he still has more counter back up.
And he has the mana for it. Yep. Caleb's hit a land finally.
This Ashiok's just gonna be uncontested.
That seems pretty dangerous. Like, and to be completely honest with you, I'm having to look it up right now. I'm not sure of the ultimate ability on Ashiok.
Was that a Supreme Verdict?
Yes, it was.
Okay, so we've cleaned up the creature base. Is that the exile the top 20?
No. Ashiok Nightmare Weaver at -10. Exile all cards from all opponents' hands and graveyards.
Dang, Gina.
I mean, that's pretty good.
I'm getting her confused with Liliana.
No, it was old Jace Bellerin.
But no, that was I was thinking of putting into play stuff, from which is her second ability, the minus. Puts creatures into play, but the old Liliana Ultimate was putting all the creatures into play from the graveyard.
Yeah. Man, if this Ashiok ever hits a creature. Oh, that hurts. That hurts me. That hurts me to watch it. Caleb's been so.
And if Brian's smart, he just sits back on this guy with protection.
I don't know. Looks like he has a miscutter hider in his hand.
He does, but if she ults Caleb has, I don't think he has any shot.
If he just runs out a Hydra here for 3, now I think 4 is being a little greedy.
It is because he has negate in his hand.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I think it's why I think it's greedy.
Now Ashiok's gonna get detention speared.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
So 3 cards per activation. Ashiok comes in with 4 counters.
And a miscutter for 4 is not going to get there. Watch me be proven
Probably.
wrong as has happened before, but
So it looks like Caleb instepped a rev for 2 there. Let's see. Ashiok comes in with 3 loyalty, so she has been plus 8 times. So that's 8, 16. That's 24 cards milled from Caleb's deck currently.
yep.
Oh, it's a plus 2 ability. Yep. See, there's me being bad at this game again. So she's been plussed 4 times. Still 12 cards.
Yeah.
Or, yeah, 12 cards.
Nothing insignificant. Pithing Needle. Oh. Fighting Needle.
Let's see what this needle's gonna name. I can't expect it to name anything other than Ashiok.
Did you know about that Hydra?
Yeah, we've been confirmed by the monkey that Ashiok has been named by this pithing needle.
There's a Supreme Verdict to take care of the Hydra.
Yep, and that's why he needed that negate was for that pithing needle.
Yep.
But he got a little greedy.
Maybe a little frustration on Brian's side as he realizes that his greediness may have gotten to him. Scribe to the bottom.
Didn't like that card. See if we can get another quick time check here. See how much time's left in the round.
12 minutes.
That's your guess?
Yep. That's my guess.
I thought I was your guess.
Nope. You're my pig.
Oh. Guess the monkey in the trunk is eating a banana again.
And that whole dude pig.
Isn't going to give us a time update. 11 minutes.
Ha!
40
11:40.
seconds. Wow.
It was totally 12 minutes when I called it.
Had to be. Good job. Alright, so Caleb's
Lands.
doing some stuff.
Gotta be a threat
Looks
here.
like this Aetherling's going to come down now. Yep.
There's 2 blinks.
There's the guy. Yep. 2 combats is all he needs. Oh, what's Brian got for him?
So,
Are we going to war over this Aetherling?
I don't know that he has anything.
He's got a remove soul, or I'm sorry, not a remove soul.
It's negate, right?
That was negate. Brian incorrectly cast that negate.
Yeah. I knew I didn't see any. I don't think I saw any Essence Scatter or that effect.
That's the one I was thinking of. The new remove soul.
Yep.
Yeah, as Brian just wanted to show Caleb that he had a negate for whatever reason.
What was cast?
Hero's Downfall targeting this Aetherling, and it looks like they're trying to get the timing down. Yeah. Brian wants it to not be there on his turn. Sylvan Caryatid. And a pass. Brian appears to be out of gas here.
Two swings from the Latherling.
Looks like Brian's trying to bait Caleb into attacking the Ashiok. I don't think Caleb's falling for it. And unless Brian has something here, this looks like that's going to be the end of this match. Oh, there we go. Hero's Downfall and a Dispel for it. And Caleb still has plenty of mana.
I assume the spell's going to get negated.
Yeah, he's going to. I'm assuming that negate that Brian showed a minute ago is going to get cast now.
But
yep.
all it is delaying the inevitable for a turn.
He gets to Fog for a turn. Yep. 2 cards to live for a turn. And Brian is excited about that. There's a Jace out of Brian. Brian's going to get to look at 3 cards here. Yep, Caleb's going to give him a Divination.
Yeah, and even though the safer play earlier would have been to hold the negate for the Pithing Needle, I think Caleb did have enough mana to follow that up with a Detention Spear had the Pithing Needle been countered. So
Probably.
I don't think it would have mattered, but you always hate to go back and see things you could have done differently.
Yeah. So here we have Caleb with his Esper control list.
Caleb being real and not being cute this week. He's playing a real game.
Yeah.
Already paying dividends.